Welcome back to Hanson Never Done Farms. We're putting a raised bed in for the asparagus today, and this is all wood that I got from work, and we're reusing this here to make a raised bed for the asparagus. It's 10 inches tall. The compost, we have about 1.5 years out there in the back, and I used a tractor to go ahead and put this in. And it's 5 by 10, and we got starts of 8, and we're going to try that out this year. First time that we've tried this out. We'll see how it goes. How many rows are we going to make? Two rows?
I have to look and look it up again.
Double check. Pretty nice day today, really. Gotta get a new battery.
Okay, so it says to soak the asparagus in water for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna get started on that while he finishes up the bed. We got 8 starts. And this is just to kind of rehydrate them. We bought most of our seeds this year from M.I. Gardner. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. But these have been in the mail, had been in the mail for, gosh, a week. And so we want to get them rehydrated. Make sure they're good and rehydrated before we put them in. And so now those are soaking. So we're just going to let them soak for a little bit. Okay, on the base of that, did you put 4x4s?
Yep, 4x4s and then 2x6s on top.
Gotcha.
And then we can add to it.
Gotcha.
On that. Should turn out pretty nice.
And will you add, do you want me to step on that?
Yeah.
Will you add corner braces?
Yeah. Corner braces, and if we want to keep the squirrels out and all that stuff, we can put netting or chicken wire over the top.
Gotcha.
And we'll show you on the corn that we got in the greenhouse how that's doing. We're going to start that. We're starting that in the greenhouse this year and see how it's going to turn out. And,
instead of direct sow.
Yeah.
Usually we direct sow our seeds, and the crows and the blue jays will pull them up just after they sprout. The seeds are pretty soft, and those stinkers, they know how to pull. They pull up almost every plant and eat the seed, and it's not uncommon for us to have to replant half of our corn.
So we're going to try it differently this year.
And so this year, yeah, we started them in the greenhouse, and
we'll keep you updated on that too. Should be exciting.
We're getting close to full gardening. It's May 3rd today, Sunday. We typically put in our garden Memorial weekend, so we're getting really, really close. Do you want me to still step on it?
Oh, you're good.
This is the first raised bed we've ever done. We've never done raised beds, never felt like we needed to, but with the asparagus, because they're plants that come back every year, we typically let our chickens out in the garden, and this is one area we're not going to want them to scratch in.
And we can expand it too, so I heard they spread pretty quick.
We've had a week of very wet, cold weather, and we the weather forecast tells us that we're gonna have a week's worth of very low chance of rain. So, gotta make hay while the sun shines, so they say.
Yeah, that worked out good. How wide did it say for the rows?
Hold on, let me look in the phone. To plant asparagus crowns, dig trenches 12 inches wide and 6 inches deep down the center of the prepared bed. Soak the crown in, it says compost tea, but water's fine, for up to 20 minutes before planting. Place the crowns in the trenches 1.5 to 2 feet apart. Top them with 2 to 3 inches of soil.
Okay. That's going to turn out pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah. This is going to be loaded with all this compost. It's going to be pretty nice. Well, that's a good spot for it.
It's got a lot of worms in there.
Yeah, it does.
We had a pile of just hay and you know, animal poo and pine shavings and just a pile of it back here, and it had gotten to be about, oh, I don't know, 5 feet tall. And we finally really started working. It had been out here for about 1.5 years, and he brought the tractor in this the end of winter and just unloaded a bunch of it in the garden. Our north end of the garden is not good soil, and that's where we put it all, and we had just enough left over to do a raised bed, so we'll see how it goes. Don't throw it in the neighbor's yard. Even though we're an acre, we're very close to people around us.
We don't.
Jeff wants to move to Kalamazoo and have 120 acres.
That'd be nice.
I'd have 1 million goats.
But you know, for an acre, we've done a lot. We've got quite a bit of things in the greenhouse, the garden. There's a lot of stuff that we got done this year. It's ongoing work all the time.
It never ends.
Nope.
Just when we think we're caught up, we come up with a new plan. Something else we want to do.
Like this.
Yeah. Always changing, always evolving. Always thinking or finding a better way. YouTube's great for that. There's some really, really good ideas out there. Not any one idea is the perfect idea, but when you grab a few and kind of search them out and, you know, figure out what works best for you. That's soaking. I'll walk you around the garden. We're ready, if the weather would cooperate. But before we start, I gotta tell you about a snafu I did, you guys. It was awful. I was very angry with myself. This is the main gate to the goat area. Greenhouse sits right there. And to get in and out of this gate, there's a latch. And you open the gate, you come into the goat area, and you shut the gate, and you flip the latch. And vice versa. You go in, you shut the gate, and you flip the latch. Now if you don't happen to do that, the wind kicks up from the west and it opens this gate. And if you're not out here, an open gate to a goat is an invitation. So we had come out and we had planted, our onions all got planted, carrots got planted, potatoes got planted, all of my lettuces, beets, broccoli, cauliflower, and sunflowers. And then I came out and I forgot to latch the gate. And the goats enjoyed the sunflowers and they wreaked havoc on my lettuces, all of my cauliflower. This was one whole row of broccoli. It's gone. This was a whole row, or a half a row, of cauliflower, and it's gone. I have some lettuce yet left, couple spinaches, but it's mostly gone. It's all gone. So I had to restart things in the greenhouse and give myself a mental slap on the head for leaving a gate unlatched. So note to self, don't leave gates unlatched. Check, double check, and then even if you walk all the way back up to the house, come out and check again, because, you know, thankfully we hadn't planted the green beans and everything else, because it would have been gone. It would have been devastating. I'd have been very frustrated. While I was yapping, Jeff was working, like usual. We have that problem around here.
Is that 6 inches deep?
Yeah, I'm going to check it again, just to make sure. Okay, to plant asparagus crowns, dig trenches 12 inches wide and 6 inches deep. Then you place the crowns in the trenches 1.5 to 2 feet apart.
So we got 8, so we'll just go ahead and, what side do you want to start on? This side or this side?
I don't care. Does it matter? Place the crowns in the trenches 1.5 to 2 feet apart. Top them with 2 to 3 inches of soil. So you're not going to put all that soil back on top.
But they have to set down flat.
They're not gonna sit down flat. I'm gonna break them if I try and pull that. Out, Jeff.
Then we have to spread this out. So those are spread out. And then right underneath, put a little bit of dirt right there to hold them up.
Where's your tape? So it says 2 to 3 feet apart. So what would that be about right there?
Yep, that'd be about 2 feet.
I'm just not. I'm afraid I'm gonna break them.
And then right underneath. There you go. Okay.
Well, I think this will take up the whole thing pretty much.
That's gonna be pretty nice, I think.
Well, that one didn't have any starts off of it.
That one there?
Yeah, is that going to be a problem, do you think?
No, it should not be.
I'm much faster than you are.
You are.
I'm like grease lightning.
You are. Very good.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think it's so much that. As in you're much more diligent than I am. Here, I'll bring you these. How about that?
Thank you. Is that the last one?
No, there should be.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, well there's 2 on one of these then.
Oh, there we go. Right here.
You got it?
Yep, there's another one.
I thought I counted 8 whenever I put them in. Asparagus is one of our most favorite
Delicious.
vegetables, and my sister lives in Oklahoma. Shout out to Twin Bridge Farms. Anyways, they live in Oklahoma, and she has a huge asparagus bed, and I get very jealous when she's doing something that I'm not. It's a little sister syndrome. I think we drive our husbands crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're a better judge of inches. Do you want me to cover mine, or do you want to?
Well, if you want, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just real curious how quick we spread, especially in this compost. I don't know.
Well, there's a bug. I don't know what that bug is, but that's an ugly bug. Here's the crown. It's the crown you want under 2 inches, right? Not the whole plant,
3.
just the crown.
Yeah.
We should have marked where we had the crowns at. I guess we'll know, right?
Yep, we'll know. All right.
Okay. Asparagus beds are planted, or bed.
Okay.
Did you break off your starts?
No, that one came off before I put it in.
He broke them off.
No, I didn't.
He's not gentle. He's a guy. Notice none of mine came off. His did.
Whatever.